Hey campers, it's Mr. Justin, your director for Camper Suit World Edition, and this is the 2 p.m. Central Standard Time Mind Body Challenge. Now, we're only in day 2, so I'm not going to get super complicated yet. I'm really just going to do kind of 2 things today. 1, I'm going to talk about a Mind Body Challenge piece, and then 2, I want to give a few more badges. That was fun, and you guys have been showing such cool questions and resiliency. So let's dive into the topic. Yesterday, we talked very briefly about, taking a breath, which is super helpful. Super helpful, right? And I said, once you got, kind of have cooled yourself down a little bit and calmed down, take a chance to kind of know thyself. And yesterday I asked you for your personality type, and it was orange, blue, gold, or green. And so you had a chance to think through some of those words, and I gave different options. So I'm doing the same thing today. I'm going to create some options that you guys can go through and use, and I'm excited about it. Let me see if I can dive in here and get this going on. Okay, let's see. All right, this is where I want to start with, is this idea of breathing. So we take a centralizing breath, we breathe in deep, and here's a quote that comes from this whole part about the power of yet. You're inside this camp. This is something new. It's something fresh. We've never done this before. Whole different type of learning and atmosphere. Man, you've gone through all of this stuff during the entire COVID crisis, right? Learning how to react and respond and be part of a student online. So we take a second to breathe, right? Catch our breath. And then we say, you know what? I may not understand this. I may not know how to do this. And I'm going to give you one encouraging word from Carol Dweck, and it is the power of yet. Add that onto your sentences. I don't know how to do this yet. I don't get this yet. So what that allows you to do is it allows you to think about, oh my gosh, I could be looking at this book of incredibly hard math. I don't know how to do this. Wait. I don't know how to do this yet. But again, step 1, it starts with that breathing part. Calm yourself down. You're frustrated, you're stuck. I don't know how to do this. But then 2, add that yet. Okay. All right. So that's pretty cool. But if I just kept staring at my math book and saying, okay, I don't know how to do this yet. I don't know how to do this yet. I promise you I wouldn't get any farther. So yes, it's about, catching your breath, realizing that you do have the possibility to do this. You just don't have the power to do it yet. And then asking yourself, what do you have control over? So guys, as you're out there working on these projects, right? The teachers are trying to challenge you. They're trying to throw different things at you hopefully haven't seen before. You might get stuck. You might get confused. And so you have a chance to say, well, I don't know how to do this. Breathe. I don't know how to do this yet. And then what do you have control over? Man, here's some options. You have a chance that you can reach out to your adventure guide, right? Your teacher. You have a chance that you can reach out on the headquarters piece and ask questions. And man, you can message me directly. I'd love to help you out any way that I possibly can. So just want to remind you that this camp is all about you guys. It's brand new for all of us, and we want you to have a chance to get in there, have some fun with it, but we also want you to get stuck a little bit. We want you to struggle a little bit. And so same thing, if you're finding that, man, I haven't felt any struggle, breathe. Haven't found any struggle yet, because now what do you have control over? You have the authority and the autonomy and the freedom to reach out to us and say, hey, looking for more challenge, or I need some help on something. All right. So let me give you this quote and let's do some badges. So this is from Carol Dweck. She's a researcher, and she's been researching for a long time. And she got really famous because what she realized is when kids did that, when they took a breath and they said, I don't have this figured out yet, it was really cool. They actually scored better on tests. They actually embraced and loved challenges. And so she's got this little quote here. So I'm going to read a little bit to you. It just says, if you praise the process that kids engage in, their effort, their strategies, their focus, their perseverance, their improvement, this process praises kids who are hardy and resilient. So again, I won't read the whole thing to you, but I want to remind you that, man, this is a process. And as you're learning, as you're creating, maybe you're learning Tinkercad. It's brand new. It's fresh. You've never done it before. You're learning Tinkercad for the first time. So as you're getting into that, it's going to be hard and you're going to struggle. Breathe. You don't have this Tinkercad thing figured out yet. But man, there are frequently asked questions, there's resources, there's your adventure guide. They're there to help you as well. And there's headquarters. And then there's even your other campers. So here are a couple badges that I want to give away. Let me see if I can switch over here so you guys can see a little bit better. Give me a second. All right. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Okay. So, you're probably seeing some of these, but hey, give you a little heads up. Okay, so the first one is called the Cross-Pollinator Award. And this is when a camper uses skills that they learned in one class and then applied those skills into another class. All right. And this one, the Cross-Pollinator, if you notice, it's a bee. Let me kind of zoom in. Maybe you can see a little bit better here. It's a bee because that's what bees can sometimes do. You have a flower, and a flower will pollinate other flowers. Sometimes a bee will cross-pollinate, right? And you'll actually have two different species of flowers that ends up being pollinated. So kind of cool. So a student has taken something from one class, and in this example, they took Tinkercad. And took that from the Print the Planet course, and they used it to build their Pokemon home from the Guitar Math Monster. Amazing. So there's the Cross-Pollinator badge. It's a bee, and it is being awarded to, make sure I get the name right, Amelia. Amelia is winning the Cross-Pollinator badge. So give it up. Give it up for Amelia. Great job. And of course, let me show you her award there. There you go. Isn't that cool? I'm sorry, her project. Isn't that awesome? Look at that. So she has made up these new animals. They use optical illusions and natural phenomenon. And she drew the whole thing in Tinkercad. Isn't that incredible? Okay, let me jump back over and give our second award here. This one. Okay, you're catching on already. We're a little bit goofy, we're a little bit fun. That's what we do. Let us know, if we're getting too silly, of course. But man, this was a neat one too. So we're talking about the whole idea of taking a breath and saying, I don't have this yet, and then reaching out and asking for help right when you need it. So this one, there's a camper who really reached out and said, listen, I'm getting really stuck with this and I don't know how to do this. And can you help me with this piece, and ask questions? I've seen a lot of campers do that. So thank you. And this camper in particular asked directly, these questions that would be helpful. He said, okay, so when I work on this, can I do this? A lot of clarifying questions. So that camper was, let's see if I can get this right here. Go with me. Brodo Romo Plays. All right. So I was like, what in the world? What is Brodo Romo? Went Googling. Brodo is a type of soup. So clearly that's what he meant, right? Brodo, a type of soup. And then Romo, of course, Tony Romo from the Cowboys. So I have created this badge that is called Brodo Control. Now, this is a badge that, let me zoom in so you can see a little bit better here. This is a badge that when a camper gets stuck but takes control, they actually reach out with specific questions. And so I named it after Brodo Romo Plays. And the award is actually Tony Romo inside of a bowl of soup. Of course, right? Brodo is soup and Romo. So there you go, Brodo Romo. And that was awarded to, again, Brodo Romo Plays. Man, if you're watching this video now, or if you watch it later, this is your badge. It's put here on your page, and you can move it anywhere you want to. It's been so fun handing out these awards. But really, the awards that I hand out today, I really wanted to reinforce this whole concept of, this whole power of yet idea. It starts with breathing, like we talked about yesterday. It starts with breathing. So as you get into these courses, whether you're struggling or not having enough struggle, or even if you're right in the middle, we want you to feel the power and the authority and just the wherewithal to be able to say, okay, wait, hold on. I don't have this yet. I don't have that challenge yet. I don't understand this yet. Use that power of yet, and then go to the next step, which is seeking help. And I'll say it again. Reach out to your teachers, right? Your adventure guides. Reach out to the peers in your class and put on the message board. Reach out to your directors inside of the HQ space. I hope this is not only a skill that you can use inside of camp, but I hope you find this in any part of life. It doesn't matter if you're going outside to play some games with your friends and you're struggling with soccer. I'm just making it up, but I hope that you can see this applies to almost anything outside of playing sports, inside playing video games. If you're struggling, Take a moment to breathe, say, I don't have this yet, and then figure out, what do I have control over? And kind of cool. Okay. Hey, hope you enjoyed the message. Hope you enjoyed the badges. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.